Ladies and gentlemen, in our first match here on Southern Championship Wrestling, introducing from Dallas, Texas, at 251 pounds, superstar Chuck Allen. And his opponent from Acworth, Georgia, Ranger Ross.
As we're set for our first hour, Southern Championship Wrestling is going to be a wild one a little bit later. Lumberjack style. It's going to be wrestling 2 against Colonel Buck Robley. And I know a lot of people back in the dressing room were buzzing because they got one thing on their mind tonight, Rhubarb. That's a chance to hit Colonel Buck Robley across the back with that leather strap.
I'll tell you, it's going to be a great evening of Southern Championship Wrestling, and I am so excited to be here with you. This fella right here, this Chuck Allen, he's been mouthing off here about 5 minutes before the match started. He's out of Dallas, Texas at 251 pounds.
Oh, what was that he called himself? Superstar?
Superstar.
Yeah,
Superstar Chuck Allen.
We'll see. Ranger Ross, collar and elbow with Chuck Allen. And that Allen, even though he's not a very tall individual, he's wide.
He's wide. He's built like a fire plug. This is going to be really an exciting night. I'm particularly excited about the Canadian Lumberjack match between Wrestling 2 and Colonel Buck Robley. We'll get
Chuck Allen catching Ranger Ross with a short clothesline coming off the rope. Also want to remind the fans later this hour, the new Southern Tag Team Champion, Tommy Wildfire Rich and Steve Pritchard. Hang on! Ranger Ross showing him how to do it U.S. Ranger style.
Oh!
So much for a superstar.
Yeah. Superstar is having to question his status right now against a great contender, a fan favorite, Ranger Ross.
Anyway, new Southern Tag Team Champions on hand, Tommy Rich and Steve Pritchard. They're going to take on Dick Slater and Manny Fernandez. It's a non-title match on TV, but it's got to be, you know, for the new champions to go against a team like that right off the bat. Got to take a lot of guts.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely indeed. It's going to be a great night. Fans, don't go away.
Waist lock takedown. Ranger Ross gets a count of 1, comes up with an arm, bends it up, back into a hammerlock, and Chuck Allen, I don't think quite knows what's got a hold of him, huh?
He really doesn't know what he's in for. Ranger Ross, of course, one of the first Americans through to the invasion of Grenada. He knows martial arts. He knows it all.
Fireman's carry. Notice how Ranger Ross keeping on that left arm, even while he tries for the pin. Remind our fans, too, we'll give them the whole rundown right here since Tommy and Steve and I, you weren't here, but we did a little race car earlier this hour.
Oh, I've got to check that thing out.
We're going to go riding in it after the show.
Oh, is that right? Okay,
yeah.
Well, fabulous.
Southern Heavyweight Champion, gentleman, Chris Adams with us, and the baddest man there is, Bruiser Brody.
Oh!
Ranger Ross digging in on that arm. And Chuck Allen's getting a rather unpleasant introduction to Southern Championship.
Ranger's just having a good time. He's having the ball in there.
Interestingly enough, Kareem Muhammad has returned to the Southern Championship Wrestling area. A guy that has been a mainstay of wrestling in several different areas around the country. And as I understand it, one of his major purposes here is, of course, to try to challenge gentleman Chris Adams for that Southern Heavyweight Championship. National attention coming down on that championship belt, and I think in the weeks to come, Rhubarb, we're going to see a lot of different people coming in here to try to lift that off Chris Adams' waist.
Rick, it's a very coveted, people want to win that title. It is one of the most prestigious awards that one could win in the world of professional wrestling, and Chris Adams ain't going to give it up real easy.
No. Allen breaking on the ropes, fires Ranger Ross, misses with a clothesline. Ranger Ross now scooping in, comes up the small package.
Oh!
I don't know.
I don't think that's what he had in mind. No.
Ranger Ross doing the best he can.
251 pounds like it was a sack of feed or something.
I mean, when you're that short and you're that wide, man, it's got to be tough to get them up in the air.
Low center of gravity is what the football coach used to say, Rick.
Superstar Chuck Allen's got that dazed and confused look on his face. Went in with a knee. Didn't do nothing to Ranger Ross. A cheap shot with the right hand rocked him a little bit, though.
Oh. This Chuck Allen has zero class. He's demonstrated that.
Ranger Ross ducks under the clothesline. There's that specialty kick, huh?
I think that's it.
Big win for Ranger Ross fans. We're going to be back with more Southern Championship Wrestling action. You stay with us. The Lumberjack match is next when we come back.